1. Oh, an error occurred. That's great.
It says we're live.
We're not live.
It says we are.
Oh, we're not going live on Twitch. All right, well.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Hey, we are live. Sorry for the delay in the beginning. They were having a little bit of trouble getting live on Twitch. Our little program is saying it's a little sad right there, but if you're on YouTube, you should be able to see us. Not sure what's going on with
We're
Twitch
not going to get
right
any
now.
lost gamers watching our
The
stream.
gamers are not able to watch our stream right now.
Oh, dude, we should have just played Minecraft instead, dude.
Maybe Twitch, Amazon is down. Hopefully, we can get up on Twitch in a little bit, dude.
We should have played Minecraft, dude. They kicked us off because we didn't play Minecraft.
you know, dude, we should have. Yeah, they can instantly sense that Minecraft was not on the screen, and they just kicked us off.
No Minecraft, no Roblox. Well, then forget it.
Wow. Well, Ben, it's weird. We haven't streamed for we haven't podcasted about a day and a half about Celebrity Big Brother, and it already feels like an eternity for me. I'm
going through withdrawals.
I feel like we've missed so much already. I'm like it's been so long.
It is in Big Brother time. It's an eternity.
It's an eternity, Ben, but today we're doing double duty, and we're going to cover the last episode, and then we'll be back tonight live after the live eviction at around 10:30 p.m. to recap. Actually, there's going to be a live veto and a live eviction tonight, which will be very exciting. So you can join us. It'll be very cool.
Monday Night Live. Let's do it.
Monday Night Live, baby. Let's go. So that'll be cool.
This was a good ep.
It was a good ep. Lots of strat. I like seeing Chris Kirkpatrick play in the middle, trying to get two sides against each other.
Yeah, he's playing an interesting game. I like that he's not letting Misha push him around.
Yeah, well, I was thinking about that. He was we did learn he was Eminem said he was like the only pop star to ever stand up to him.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Remember? That's why he was dissed in the
diss track?
He was dissed in the what's that song?
You're asking me what a song is, Max?
The fucking
lose yourself in the music, the moment. Right? That one? Is it that one?
Whatever that song is. Without Me. Sorry, I totally blanked on it. I should know the song. Without Me, the song that he disses Chris Kirkpatrick in. And and when asked why he dissed Chris Kirkpatrick, he said, because he's the only guy who ever stood up to me. So Chris Kirkpatrick isn't like afraid of people, while the rest of us are deathly afraid of Misha Tate.
Are people afraid of Eminem? Why hasn't anyone ever stood up to Eminem?
I don't know.
His name
because they're afraid that he would diss them in his track.
Okay.
Or just like nobody ever like bothered to, I don't know, but you don't remember when we covered it? That's what Eminem said. He's like, yeah, he's the only guy who ever came up to me. And Chris Kirkpatrick was like, you're like the fucking crocodile hunter, like of like you just go and you just like hunt people and you just stir up drama to like just like get pressed, and that's like you're just like fucking gimmick, it's like Chris Kirkpatrick just like he's just like I'm not like intimidated.
But Eminem doesn't know how to body slam, so that's a little different for Misha.
But it's just
Misha's frightening.
It is true, but it's just like
scary.
It just like is in his character to not be intimidated by people and not be influenced by people. Whereas the rest of NSYNC was like, he's making fun of us, we're not going to say anything. And then they ran into him at TRL, and he was like, I'm going to go stand up to Eminem because I don't fucking care.
And you know what? Look at what happened. I don't see any of the other NSYNC guys getting cast on Celebrity Big Brother. So
that's very true. Look what happened.
Idiots.
If it wasn't for him getting mentioned in the Without Me music video, making him the most famous NSYNC cast member, he wouldn't have been cast. The other NSYNC cast members weren't even asked.
Well, now we know why.
Yep, definitely.
They're feckless. Oh god. We did get another NSYNC pun this episode, but they didn't do the song. Have you noticed they've updated the yodel, by the way?
It's like a little lighter, right?
Yeah, it's like a little less yodely. Yeah, it's not like that anymore.
I like ours the best. It's the best.
Well, ours was
We're
theirs from the
keeping
first
yodel
episode.
alive. Yeah, so but I like how he's like not being influenced by people. I do think that he doesn't need to talk so much to people, but I do like that he's like very like true to what he wants to do.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the HOH. This is for my game, guys.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it too when like I know a lot of people like a good house split down the middle and it's a battle every single week, but I tend to like a more fluid game myself. Like I like that Kirkpatrick is willing to work with Carson and Cynthia at this point. Just because he doesn't see them as a threat. He's already looking on to the next week, whereas Misha, I think, is still looking in the past a little bit and still thinking about the week before. And Kirkpatrick just isn't playing like that. He's living in the present right now.
Yeah, well, he just sees that Misha and Todrick are like so strong, and that he would be the third wheel. He sees that.
Yeah,
Carson
Misha may
and
have
Cynthia
fucked
are
up a
so
little
close.
with her relationship with Kirkpatrick by getting more close with Todrick.
Yeah, and I do like that he was like, I need a pair, and I see that Shayna is also really smart at the game. I do really like what Shayna's doing. I think she's actually a little more savvy than Chris might be. And
Yeah.
I like them together. I like all these pairs. You kind of have like, you just have like these three pairs together, and I just think that him and Shayna playing the middle is looking really good to me. Like they're the pair that
our three pairs being Misha, Todrick, Carson, and Cynthia, and then Kirkpatrick and Shayna.
Yes, and Shayna and Kirkpatrick I feel the most optimistic about.
Interesting. Yeah, because they kind of are in the middle there. But I know Cynthia does not seem to like Shayna one bit after this previous week.
You were getting that vibe?
A little bit in this first scene. Well, not the first scene, but in the scene where Cynthia and Carson and Shayna are talking, at least Shayna really felt insecure about that conversation, I think, because she immediately went afterwards to Misha and Chris Kirkpatrick and was spilling everything from that conversation, projecting some bit of uneasiness, I think, about how they feel about her.
After that vote, I would say things were definitely a little tumultuous because Cynthia, like didn't really understand like what had happened. But Cynthia and Shayna are cool now.
Oh, they are. Is this a spoiler thing? Because
I mean, like, we can't say that's too big of a spoiler.
Okay,
like they're
because I'm just going off of this episode.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that's a spoiler, but like you're gonna see in the next episode, like they're fine. Like,
okay,
sorry to spoil, it's fine. We're gonna spoil at the end of the episode, dude. Like they're fine.
Okay,
they're fine. Like sorry, like it just can't be that big of a deal that they're fine. I'm sorry. Do you really think that's a huge spoiler?
Yeah, you spoiled the whole season for me.
The whole season that they're fine.
I'm done. You find a different co-host.
I mean, this episode just like made things so confusing. Like it, like the episode really made things confusing with like how did we get to Chris Kattan also. Like that, like the reasoning of how Kattan became a pawn was also.
Oh, I know why. It's because he kept eating all the cake himself.
Yeah, that was definitely the reason.
If you put up Todd, it's because of his snoring, and if you put up Kattan, it's because of his cake eating at night.
Yeah, totally. But you want to start from the beginning of the episode and
Let's
really
do it.
like break it down. Okay, so Teddy leaves, and Mirai, she's very relieved that she was saved.
I'm so excited to still be here to live another day. It's almost as good as winning the Olympic Games.
Winning?
Well, she did win a bronze in the team competition. Maybe she won her section. Maybe she won like I'm not sure how it broke down. Maybe she won like the long form competition in the Olympic Games.
Could be.
Also, it kind of sounds like a Frankenbite. They might have cut out like when she said winning a bronze medal. Like listen to it again.
I'm so excited to still be here to live another day. It's almost as good as winning the Olympic Games.
Oh, you're right.
You're
I
right.
Heard the cut.
So like
I heard the cut. Yep.
I was gonna roast her, and then I listened to it again. It was like winning.
This is editor talk, but yeah, you can.
What?
You can hear. I said this is a little bit of editor talk, but you can totally hear the.
I know,
cut
but
there.
I wanted to like, but like, I don't just want to like totally roast her and then like not be fair. So
True.
I do want to be fair.
100%. 100%.
But also like, you know, you don't like get third place in Big Brother and say that you won Big Brother. You don't get third place in the New York Marathon and say you won the New York Marathon.
I wonder, do Olympians on the whole, do they say I won in the Olympics if you got a silver?
No, I think you say like I won the bronze medal. You say you won, but you say you won the bronze medal, and that's still an amazing achievement.
Huge,
so it's huge, man. It's so
She's
cool.
literally one of the best athletes in the world,
like ever.
Yeah.
Like and she did the first triple axel for a woman in competition. She's fucking amazing. But it just is funny. And it's also just a funny it also just is like so hilarious to say. It's like you survived a Big Brother. It's like it's Big Brother. It does not compare to the Olympics. I mean, I do think winning a full season of Big Brother in a tough season is very impressive.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know if it compares to the Olympics because you train your whole life to that. That doesn't really compare.
No,
at all.
It really
Big Brother's stupid.
It doesn't. I don't think you start training for Big Brother at age 4.
No, it doesn't compare. But have you been watching the Olympics at all?
No, because I don't have TV.
Oh, like the cable shit.
I don't have cable. So
okay.
Yeah,
because I was watching figure skating last night. And Kamila Vayevia, sorry, I don't know how to say her name. It's hard. From Russia. She's 15. She's like one of the best figure skaters ever, if not the best female figure skater ever, or just in general. She landed a quad. She did multiple quads. She's the first woman to ever do so in Olympic competition, which is when you spin 4 times in a row. So
was it a quad axle?
Not a quad axle, just a quad. People don't really do quad axle. So a triple axle is 3.5 times. A quad is 4 times in a row. And that's basically men do quads all the time. So now she is doing quads in competition.
Damn.
And she didn't just do one. She did them like twice.
Wow.
She was just like, and she did them like, it wasn't like a big, I was like, oh, when's she gonna do the quad? And instantly she just like did them and like easy. Like it wasn't like she has to like, she has to like do a huge build up and fucking do it. It's just like fucking easy shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's both fucking amazing. Anyway, it's a side thing. Fucking cool shit I've ever seen, dude. She's 15.
Max, people are watching this to get away from the Olympics.
Well, Mariah Nagasu came up, dude. Fuck that, dude. They should be watching this 15-year-old Russian girl fucking accomplish greatness, man. If we're talking about Mariah. Mariah's missing this shit.
All I want to hear about is
she should get eliminated. She should ask to get voted out so she can go watch this 15-year-old Russian girl.
Nobody cares about the Olympics. We only care about rotten potatoes. Okay, come on. Right.
So
I need a pancake.
That's what we care about.
I need a pancake.
I need a potato pancake. All right. So Cynthia, Shayna, and Carson meet in the bedroom, and Cynthia and Carson are like, oh my God, it was you, me, and Shayna that were the only people that voted for Todd to leave. The only people. Wow.
Not Shayna.
What?
Not Shayna, though.
But that's what they think.
They thought it was, yeah.
They thought.
Carson says the formation has gone the way of ABBA. But you know what? ABBA got together just this past year.
Yeah, and ABBA's amazing. And
ABBA.
Carson's information is not.
You always quiz me on songs. You've never quizzed me on ABBA because you know what? I love ABBA.
Yeah,
I love ABBA. Mamma Mia and Mamma Mia 2, Here We Go Again. Some of my favorite films of all time.
I know, dude. So good. And I know you like the sequel even better. So
Yes. Oh, it's amazing.
dude, that Waterloo scene in the restaurant. Mwah.
Oh,
Dude,
it's classic.
fuck talking about the Olympics. We're just gonna
Dude,
talk
when
about
Cher gets off the fucking helicopter
it's
and
me,
joins the
Cher.
party.
I'm in the movie now.
Oh my god.
Do you like my Cher
My heart
impression?
skipped a beat. I heard gasps in the audience of my theater when that happened.
When
everyone
Cher
was-
showed up.
Yeah, when Cher,
It's
everyone.
me, Cher. We're gonna talk about Big Brother. Cher. Do you like my Cher impression?
She was
It's good.
fantastic in that movie.
I do a really
Fantastic.
good Cher impression. Okay.
Why don't you share it with us?
Oh, that was it. Anyway, just talking, not singing, just talking. Cher. Anyway, they do really good Cher impressions on RuPaul, by the way. Sometimes.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, it's like really big, and yeah, of course they love Cher in drag. If you think about it. Anyway. If you haven't seen Cher do all of West Side Story, like as herself, you have to see it. I'll send it to you. Incredible.
Oh, I would
Google
love
it.
to
She
see
does
that.
all of West Side Story, and she does all the parts. It's the funniest
Oh my
thing.
god.
So
I want to see
amazing.
Cher as Officer Krupke so bad.
I don't know if she does that, but she does like Tony and Maria, and she like does the hairstyles, dude. And,
Wow.
like edit them
Oh
together.
wait, no. I think I have seen that.
Yeah, I sent
before.
it to you. I sent
You.
it to
I
you,
think
dude.
you did send
I
that to
send
me
it
a
everyone
ways
I know
back,
because it's
like
the most
years
amazing
back.
thing ever.
That is so great. I love it.
Oh man! All right, so Cynthia said voting was a hard. Sorry, I have to point this out. People on
Yeah.
Big Brother, I know they speak hyperbolically. Cynthia said that voting was that voting in the last elimination was the hardest thing she's ever had to do.
Shayna said, or Cynthia. Said that.
Cynthia. Teddy's also said being in the Big Brother house was the hardest thing she's ever had to do. I envy these people so
I do
much,
too,
man.
Me too.
I know they're probably
I
speaking
want their lives.
hyperbolically, but I couldn't even say that. And I bet some people are listening being like,
I want to be
what
a
hard things
I
have
want to
you-"
be a D-list celebrity so bad.
They're
Max.
like, what hard things have you had to do? I'm assuming things based on you looking at you and a podcaster. You guys don't know me. I've had to deal with some really hard shit in my life, okay? You don't know me. I've had some really hard shit in my life, so
it's not all
listening-
fun and games with the guy who goes to the Brooklyn Cyclones games.
Yeah, okay.
guys. Come on.
So listen to a celebrity say that's the hardest thing I've had to do in my life. What are you kidding me? I know she's speaking hyperbolically, but it's absurd.
So in this conversation, whenever things get hard, just LOL your way through it.
Yeah,
That's all.
But
That's all. it's
Shayna
saying.
comes in. She says she voted with the house, which I love that
Yeah,
excuse.
I actually thought that was a decent excuse. It was like,
It's a
well,
good
I
one.
knew that the numbers weren't going to be going our way, so I decided to just vote with the house. This is not a
That's not
vote
what
against.
happened, but-
It's not a vote against you,
Yeah,
but it's no. I know it's not what happened,
It's
but
to
it's a
save
great
my ass.
excuse. It's a really good
to
excuse.
save my ass. I was saving my ass.
I don't. Do you think Carson and Cynthia were buying it?
I think so.
Hmm.
I mean, I think Cynthia was.
I think they still
mad.
weren't happy with it. Yeah.
They weren't happy with it, but I don't think it had I don't think it had long-term effects.
My
And
take
even though
on
I
this-
spoiled that it didn't at the time, I didn't think that it would.
My take on this, Shayna's vote here actually saves Carson and Cynthia because it makes it look like they have no numbers on their side at all.
Yep, it helps.
And in doing
I
so,
like
it
that
really
take.
helps Carson. It really helps Cynthia
Yeah.
because they're not the other side of the house
Yeah,
anymore.
it looks like your numbers to pick up rather than numbers to be against. That's
Yeah.
a very good take, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
That I am now building on, so I have it too. So we
No,
both
okay,
are smart.
There you go.
We are geniuses. More people should listen to us.
I know.
I know
What is
we are
going
like,
on?
we're
crushing
better
it.
than the other takes, dude.
Our takes
we're-
are as hot as a hot potato.
I've
Max.
listened to some of the other podcasts, and I'm like, your takes are wrong.
Bad.
We
Yeah.
have better. I do. I've listened to them, dude. Their takes are bad. I'm like, I think you're missing the point here about what's going on. Seriously, they're wrong. They're wrong, and
They
we're
are.
right.
We're the New York Times
Yes. Okay.
goes off about us every week, and
Right.
people still won't follow us. They won't subscribe.
This is how strategy works. Okay. This is how you analyze strategic games. It's not subjective, it's objective. You're either right about it or you're wrong about it. And we are only right.
Yeah, 100%.
The other podcasts are only wrong.
Yeah, literally 100% of the time.
Yep.
It's really
That's what I have to say about that. So then Shayna,
Shayna goes and talks to
she slithers like the snake that she is.
Oh wow.
She's a rat and a snake, dude, and I love it. She is, dude. She's a rat, but in like the best way. She is.
So she goes to Misha and Kirkpatrick, and she talks about Travis Barker. I mean, she talks about her conversation with
just
Cynthia.
Like an ex thing I had with my ex. It just reminds me of a tattoo that he had.
Oh god.
She's like, Cynthia is PO'd.
Yeah, was she? I don't know. She seemed annoyed. I don't know.
She did mention that.
Did it
Cynthia
warrant
is
this
mad.
conversation? I don't know. If anything, it just helps, I guess, to solidify Shayna further with Misha.
Yeah,
and
she said
Kirkpatrick. That's why
Cynthia's
she's
mad,
funny.
and she was like, Chris, you made the right call. You did the right thing. You went above and beyond what you had to do by like siding with us. She said that to Chris. So she's like really trying to like bring Chris in. And
it's almost like she knew he was going to be the next HOH. It's amazing.
Yeah, and when Misha leaves, I think she's like they're really like solidifying their final two. And
yeah.
And he's already saying, and he's already saying that he's going to try to play the two sides of the house against each other. It's already happening. This is like when the Shayna and the Chris thing is happening, even before the HOH thing is happening.
Yeah, and it was interesting information to see that on. They did that flashback to day one, where Shayna and Chris Kirkpatrick had set something up from the very beginning.
Yes.
Said they wanted to work together. I thought that was interesting because we didn't really see much of that at all in the first 3 episodes.
And it just works because they're super fans too. Like it's going to work out well for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Todrick is a super fan, but Misha is not. And I just think Todrick is like a little bit messier than Shayna and Chris. Even though I think that
he's still not on it. Well, actually,
everybody is messy.
I was gonna say he's not on any radars, but I think his name does get thrown out once by Chris Kirkpatrick in this scene. Actually, isn't it? Doesn't Chris Kirkpatrick say, "I'm considering the possibility of putting Todrick up because I want Misha all to myself, and I don't want."
Yeah. Todrick was an option for being nominated.
That's wild. I would have loved to see that. If it was Mariah versus Todrick, that would have been
came up.
Amazing.
He was the only other real option besides Catan, and then it came Catan. But we didn't see like the exact thought process why it switched.
Gotta be the cake.
But I will say that like a million different options were thrown around on the field.
Yeah.
The problem is that he talks to like everyone. He's like, "What do you think? What do you think?" And it's like, dude, like shut the fuck up, dude. Like stop talking to everyone.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to talk this much, Kirkpatrick. Like I know you're bored and you want to like talk to everyone, but like you have to stop talking at some point.
Be cool. Be cool.
And especially the shit with like Misha, where like he's kind of like telling her like you're more of a threat to me than Carson is. It's like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Like, and she's not dumb. She's like, why is he saying that? But we will get to that later, I think.
Well, and there's the very mysterious fight that we still don't know about between
him and Mariah.
Misha between Mariah and Chris Kirkpatrick that happened while the feeds were down, and every time they bring it up, the feed's cut. So there's this very mysterious fight that they had that we're getting no context to on the show. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing that's got a lot to do with this. It has to.
Yeah.
It has to. And the reason I think maybe he put up Chris Kattan is he's making a very straight up point here of I have one target and one target only. And I'm putting up Chris Kattan only because I think he's the least threatening person here to come after me after I've put him up.
Yeah.
and I'm making it known that I have only one target. He's trying to make it known I want no other blood on my hands in this game except for Mirai.
I was thinking about how he's not trying to backdoor her.
Mm.
And my thought was, well, why not backdoor her? And, maybe he is just straight up trying to be honorable, which is probably what he's doing, which might be like a little silly, especially as a straight up fan
Or
of
it's that he doesn't want to get more blood on his
the
hands.
game. But yeah, then I was thinking like in a celebrity season where you don't want to piss people off.
Yeah.
Especially, and in normal Big Brother, it's like that too. And you want to be nice as possible. Like, yeah, get out your target and just seem as kind as possible. Like, don't backdoor people. Say like, look, she was my target, but I gave her every chance that she could. And then she went home and I was really nice about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to throw this out there based on his conversation later in the episode with Lamar and Todd. I think he could have very easily put both Lamar and Todd up and backdoored Mirai because those guys seemed more than willing to do literally anything that he wanted, including going up as pawns.
Yeah.
So he maybe could have gotten away with that and not had blood on his hands. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I get why he didn't backdoor. But backdooring Mirai is like, it just seems a little vicious.
Well, and again, we're still left out of context to what that fight was too.
Exactly.
And I think all that probably factors in. It's probably factors in.
I think Todrick even said that on the feeds.
Did he?
Like, they're not going to see this. They're not going to know what happened in that fight. Like the viewers are going to be confused.
Wow.
Because he's a fan. So he knows. He's said things before. They're gonna. I think he was like. He's like, the fans are gonna love Lamar.
And Teddy hasn't said anything in her exit interviews, I don't think.
I think she might have acknowledged it a little bit, but she hasn't revealed what happened.
Interesting.
Because you can't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know.
I know.
We're so in the dark on
this.
Confused.
We get a brief scene with Todrick and Cynthia, and Todrick just explains to Cynthia that the vote was just for the best of his game, like it wasn't personal. And Cynthia tells us, and Cynthia tells us that she likes him as a person, she loves him, but she's not digging him as a game player. And this is kind of following the theme of Todrick is starting to rub people the wrong way.
He must have sensed that since he was trying to do damage control here.
Yeah, but it's not working.
No. And of course he does it right before the HOH too. So is it disingenuous if it's right before the HOH?
Ben, but he's not that smooth. He's messy.
I mean, he still has yet to go up on the block.
He's all over the place.
So,
I know, but it's not.
I'm just saying something's working, I guess.
There's only been 2 HOHs. Of course
I know. We'll see.
And they've both been on his side. So yeah, I mean,
yeah. We'll see what happens.
So we get to the HOH competition, Rotten Tomatoes. And by the way, Ben, we are up on Twitch now. Welcome, gamers.
Hey, all right.
Just imagine we are...
Welcome, gamers.
Welcome, gamers. Hello, gamers.
Hello, metaverse.
This is Minecraft.
Should we podcast in VR? What do you think?
Yeah, this is VR. Hello. All right. We get to a game called Rotten Potatoes. It's like a combination of a bunch of HOH comps we've seen before. But you have to do
usually like a roulette wheel or something.
No, but it's like 3 different skee ball games that they've done before, but combined.
Yeah.
But normally they do them live, so it's like, all right, each person come up and do them.
But it's also in the style of Rotten Tomatoes, the movie critic website, which is an incredibly clever twist on a. Do
you know what? I'm an idiot and I
challenge.
did not get that.
Really?
No, I didn't.
Even with Chris Kattan saying, "I know my films have not done too well on Rotten Tomatoes," but
I missed that one. I was probably taking notes and didn't pay attention. Well, wait, okay.
I looked up, by the way, the Rotten Tomatoes score.
What's the score, like
Celebrity
2?
for Celebrity Big Brother?
Oh, I thought. What's the score?
Well, for season 1, it was 1 and 2. It was like 50%, and then 3 hasn't been calculated.
Oh,
yet,
okay.
'cause
Well,
season's not over.
it was just such a mix of things because the potatoes were like science experiments because like potatoes can be used to be batteries. So I was like, these potatoes aren't necessarily rotten.
Well, they had fungi growing out of them. That's why they were rotten.
Yeah, I did like
Queer eye for the fungi.
very clever.
I bet you he came up with that himself. I bet you anything. I bet
No,
you
he did. Wait, do you not think that he did?
I think that some lines are definitely fed by
No,
producers.
no,
no doubt.
no. You do not watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
No, I said that he did.
Oh, I
said
thought
that
you
he
were
did.
being sarcastic.
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. I'm genuine.
Oh, okay.
That's why I say, because him and Todrick, they sling
okay.
them, and they're
Because-
better. No, listen to me. Hear me out. They are better than the bad lines that the producers give usually, which is why I know it's them.
Yes. Because on RuPaul, all the judges do basically for 50% of the episode is make puns. So
okay.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
so
yeah.
They would have loved this potato comp. Yeah.
Yes, they would have made much better puns than anything that came up, and it would have been hilarious.
It's a very pun heavy episode, this one.
Yes. So yeah, I didn't envy Mirai having to go first. I thought that was definitely a disadvantage.
Yeah, do they draw for that usually?
I think they draw.
Okay, yeah.
I guess that's the only way.
It was 100% a disadvantage because if you know the scores going in, you know exactly what you have to beat, and so you're aiming for. You know, you're trying probably to get more time on that last one where you can get a higher number.
But Chris killed the competition. Like he was
Catan.
Yes, you Catan.
Yeah, it was Kirkpatrick. Okay.
Yeah, Chris Patrick. He was so good. He had Todrick doing back handsprings.
Yeah,
that was fun. I liked him doing the kicks too, all the cheerleading stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because he's in the Athletes Alliance.
Yeah,
you know, but he was being a cheerleader.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kidding. Cheerleading is a sport, so he should be in the Athletes Alliance.
There you go.
He was so good at cheerleading. I think we'll see him next year at Navarro or Trinity Valley.
I don't know what that is.
That's why you'll never make Matt, Ben. You'll never make Matt. Monica wouldn't even notice you. You'll never make Matt.
What are you talking about?
Have you not watched Netflix's Cheer, Ben?
What? No, I haven't.
It's fucking awesome. You gotta watch it.
Is it?
You gotta watch it. Yeah, it's
what is it?
Sick. It's a docu-series about these kids who do competitive cheerleading, which looks like the hardest fucking thing ever. They're like fucking the most serious fucking athletes you'll ever see. They do these
Is it anything like the film Bring It On?
Yeah.
Then I'll watch.
No, it's like the most serious fucking shit ever. And they compete hardcore and they're these ridiculous serious athletes. So really Todrick does fit in the athlete fucking alliance because he's ridiculous. So you'll never make Matt though with an attitude like this.
I don't think I was ever trying to make Matt.
But I did like when Todrick said,
"The Backstreet Boys are watching."
Are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know if
Backstreet Boys are watching.
I don't even know if NSYNC is watching. I don't even know. Maybe Lance Bass is watching. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. I wrote down in my notes he had a score of 751. I don't think that's a typo, right?
I don't. Yeah.
751 points.
You wrote that for Mirai? Who did you write it for? For Kirkpatrick?
It's a typo. He did not score 751 points. I think it was 75.
He just added a 1 to it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
If Lamar had gone after Chris Kirkpatrick, that would have been interesting to see because I think Lamar pressed the button a little early thinking that he was good on a couple of them. So it would have been interesting to see what he would have done if he went after Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
He was shocked he
Man,
lost a
did I
ball
really just
game.
lose a ball game to a pop star?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he still would have lost. Kirkpatrick was like really good. It just being a basketball player doesn't make you good at like skee ball.
He just needed a pancake. He needed a pancake. He would have done better if he had his pancake.
I need a pancake.
I don't think he gives a shit. He didn't seem that good. Kirkpatrick was like fucking nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe he should have tried shooting the skee balls.
Yeah, you gotta shoot
know.
the skee ball.
He better, use that arc, with the fall through and just aim for it like that.
Shayna thought that it would be like pool.
Without the pool cue. Yeah.
Interesting.
I got to say, watching Todd and Chris Kattan in all these challenges has just been just such a delight.
Yeah,
It's just been an absolute
Todd was
delight.
throwing it.
I know, but I don't know about because he was like, what was it on the second potato? He was like, if I'm gonna throw it, I gotta make it look convincing, and then he gets it into like a 4, and he's like, good enough.
He is playing the game more than Catan and Lamar are. So
That's true.
He's not the
he at least
complete
sounds
bottom.
irritated when he gets nominated.
Yes,
when he gets put up on the block.
Like when he was talking to what's his face, Kirkpatrick, and he's like, when Kirkpatrick was like, should I put you guys up on the block? Like Lamar is like, yeah, like whatever. Like I think Todd is like, like I'll do whatever you want to do because he's just like
he's playing a Sandra game, Max.
Well, he is kind of doing
but
that.
Me.
He's trying to do that. He's like trying to form alliances in the house. Like he's playing the game like a little bit.
Yeah, we just hasn't really stuck apparently because he's not in any alliances at all.
Just really lazily. Well, he's being a number for people, and he's totally safe. He's not going to get nominated, and he's not at risk of getting sent home. So honestly, he's totally fine. Well, I can't actually really criticize him.
Max's new winner pick, Todd.
Well, I mean, if he's sitting next to the right person, he doesn't have a bad chance. I can't criticize it too much.
I'm rooting for a Todd Chris Kattan final 2. That's what I'm rooting
see
for.
What happens.
Or a Lamar Chris Kattan final 2.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'd be very happy with that. Lamar they just do basketball competitions the rest of the way, and Lamar just cleans up.
Yeah, Carson failed to bank his score.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I love Carson. He's such good TV. He's such great TV.
I know. That's why he's been in the biz for so long.
I want him on the show like until the end. God.
There was a post on Reddit, and they were like the new host of Big Brother, and it was like Carson, and it was like, yeah, if Julie ever retired, like I don't want Julie Kuehl, by the way. She is the perfect host of Big Brother.
Julie Chen Moonves. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, sorry. We have to honor the Moonves name. What a sacred name.
No, if she retires, I would be so on board with Carson Kressley being the new
I know
the new host.
Even better than Ross Matthews, honestly. I love
I love Ross too. But yeah,
Carson
is just, man, he glows, Max. He has such great energy. He's just so joyful, and I love the guy.
Dude, you gotta check out an episode of RuPaul, dude. You'd really love
I'm gonna
that
do
shit.
it. I'm gonna do
it. You gotta do
I'm gonna
it,
do
man.
it. I'm gonna do it.
You love reality TV, man. It's great. You're gonna love it.
Do it. It's Bravo, right?
It's VH1 actually.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'll do it.
It's VH1 now. I love how Cynthia and the All-Star seasons are actually on. Actually, the old seasons are on Paramount Plus. The new seasons are not, but you can watch on Paramount Plus actually, so you can watch them.
Cool.
Yeah. So I love how Cynthia locks in her scores, even when she's definitely going to lose. So she definitely has her head in the game for her alliance with Carson. That was really good.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stress, boo.
Her assistant's helping her out.
Just LOL your way through it.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Todd is happy not to play, and Catan does a great job.
I still don't know what the point of throwing a rotten potato competition is. Like, why not still just have fun and try and get a high score? Like, what are you doing in the house? You're not doing anything. Go play a game for 2 minutes. Like,
He needs to conserve his energy for napping.
I just don't get it. There's no reason to throw it.
I know
there.
Misha like hung out like Misha like as they were walking out like grabbed the ball so she could like play at the competition, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I would want to do too because it looks like fun.
Yeah,
And you're like bored.
yeah.
That's how I feel
It's
like all the
skee-ball. Skee-ball's
competitions, like
fun.
for all of the competitions, as long as they're not ones where you have to like hang from shit. If I was in the Big Brother house, like I would want to do all of them.
Yeah, please keep it in the backyard so I can play with it the rest of the
That's how
season.
everyone feels when OTEV happens. Everybody is so bummed out not to play OTEV. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't get to do OTEV. No, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, That's like when somebody throws OTEV, I'm like, look, I would throw every single challenge, but throwing OTEV would be really hard.
Why would you do that?
It's like,
Why would
it's
you
like,
do that?
I couldn't throw OTEV.
It's like saying you wouldn't want to be zinged by Zingbot.
I know.
Fools.
I love how Christopher Patrick wins, and Misha just says for the millionth time, "I'm really happy that the alliance that the Athletes Alliance is strong, featuring famous athletes Christopher Patrick and Todrick Hall."
She's the new Carson Kressley. She's like pushing the same way the formation was pushed until it was no more.
Yeah,
that's what she's doing with this athlete.
But also, it's just so funny that Chris Kirkpatrick as an athlete is just so hilarious. At least Todrick Hall proved that he's a cheerleader, and that is a sport. You know, it's like that back handspring. I was like, yeah, he could be on a cheer team, and they could hit and they could win. You know,
yeah.
Hitting is when you like everybody is in sync, and that's not an NSYNC joke, and they nail the competition.
You're not even allowed to do it by accident, Max.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Chris Kirkpatrick is in like a bowling league or something. We don't know. He could be an athlete.
He does like to hit the gym with her.
He likes to do darts. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So post AOH, Chris lets us know he's going to use the power to help his game, and it might not make everybody happy. You know, Misha thinks she has influence over him, and but you know what? He's going to do it for himself.
Yeah. I think in this conversation, Misha starts picking up on it pretty quickly that Kirkpatrick isn't going to do what she wants him to do, and she's just fuming. You can tell she's pissed. She says at one point in this episode, she says, if I could take him into the octagon, I would. I'd put him in a headlock. My God. Is this how you solve life's problems, Misha?
Yeah,
is this how you solve life's problems?
She just beats the shit out of people.
Fucking
she
terrifying.
Pulls them into the octagon.
It's like
but
I'm
legally, legally, she can't.
It's like I'm watching an episode of Cobra Kai. Just
dude, just gonna beat the shit out of him. Yeah, she's like really pushing. So he's like, I'm doing Mariah, and she's like, you should nominate Carson. Carson, though, have you thought about Carson? You should nominate Carson. And he's like, I'll think about it.
I think it's totally fair for her to throw Carson's name out there. I just think that like you got to know when to stop pushing so hard. And for Mariah too, like she wasn't even close with you like 2 days ago. Like you guys made one quick deal before the vote, and that was that. Like it's not is she worth it? Is she worth it? Like she's already leaked information that you've given her before. Like, do you have that short term of a memory? Like, why are you fighting that hard for Mariah? Is it really necessary to fight that hard for her? I don't think it is.
Chris and Shayna talk about this right after that. Chris is like, yo, Misha's not running my HOH, fam. Like, it's not happening. And Shayna's like, yeah, she's bossing you around. And
well, it does make me wonder if she's pushing so hard just because she wants control of the game. I think that's what's bothering her is that she doesn't.
Well, and she really wants Todrick out, and she wants to be in control.
Yeah. Or you mean she wants Carson out? Yeah.
She wants Carson out. And this is when Chris floats out like, yo, if I put up Mariah and Todrick, Misha can't control anything.
Yeah.
And they can't be like, you know, and then Carson, and this is where he puts out the idea like Carson and Cynthia will be indebted to me because I'm saving them. So this is where definitely, you know, which we know
would have been such a huge move if he had put up Todrick next to her.
I know.
It does make me wonder if Mariah wins veto, is Todrick going to be the replacement?
Maybe.
It's very possible. It's a huge move, especially since
things are still in flux currently, even as we speak in the
Yeah.
Big Brother house.
Oh,
And,
well, if it's any
this
indication how the
will be
first week went,
discussed in the spoiler section, so hold on to your butts.
if it's anything how the first week went, these people are so on both sides of the house. They're running all around. Like everyone is in an alliance with a different person every fucking 3 hours. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Yes. We get Chris and Carson talking, and he's basically just like, yeah, I'm running the HOH my way, but I'm not targeting you. And Carson's like, that's good. I don't have to do anything the rest of the weekend. We don't hear from Carson again. Carson's like not doing anything anymore in the house.
It's good.
He should.
I think he should lay low.
Yep. He's like not doing shit. Yeah, he shouldn't do anything. He's being smart. Don't do anything.
When a lot of people are saying your name, just shut
He's
the
doing
fuck
what he
up.
should do. He's being the Martha Stewart of the house.
Yep.
Make cakes for Chris Kattan. He's making a lot of cakes.
That's he's trying to fatten everybody up so that they'll slow down the comps. Then he can race to victory.
I like this cake scene because we love sleeping scenes here.
I know. I was like,
baby. There we go.
Another night scene. Here we go.
I wrote it down in my notes. I said another sleep scene.
He's loving that cake. Let him eat. Let him double dip. Who cares? I would do the same thing. I love when he's eating it in bed. He's like eating the crumbs out of his hand.
I wonder if he's like a closet night eater like that, where because every night he goes out. Then finally we get Lamar and Mariah sitting on the couch. And they're what? You going back for that cake?
He's like, hell yeah.
I like how the scene started too, where he comes into the kitchen and Carson is like, "You got any room for cake?" And he goes, maybe. Later that night, he crawls out. Cake. Possessed by Mon Wan.
He loves that cake.
Got a little bit of sweet tooth. That was a cute scene. It's funny.
It was cute. Chris asked Todd and Lamar who to put up. They're like, whoever. Lamar even says he would just go up. He's like, yeah, I'll go up. I don't give a fuck.
He's like, I'm a team player.
Yeah.
6th man of the year right here.
We have this scene from the feeds that did not make the show that I'm going to play right now, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to play on the show from Lamar. That is very funny, where Lamar learns how Big Brother works. Let's see if you can make it out. It's very good.
When it's over,
Don't go up there.
If you don't make it till the end, you come back and you vote for somebody that you want to win.
When?
At the very end.
The finale.
We all come back to the finale.
we decide that who wins.
Yes.
Yeah, I told you we do.
For the finale.
Not the activities or it won't be the head. It won't be.
It's 2
1-on-1 HOH. I win. I'm the winner.
So when it gets down to 2 people,
What's down to
That's
bottom
corny.
and we come back and
That's
vote.
so corny.
No, that means you have to be nice to people as you play the game.
No, hell no.
You won't vote for them if they're the big winner.
Mm-mm.
Because you got to be rapping.
But that ain't the way winning should go.
Cooking,
killing,
cleaning.
Winning. No, I'm not, and I'm a winner, right? There's no way losers
They got all these gold teeth, but it's like
to decide if I'm
But the winner.
But that's the dude's whole line.
So Lamar just learned how Big Brother works.
He's like, if all the other NBA teams voted at the end of the season on who they think should win, I'd be pissed.
So, like 3 weeks into living in the house, he learned how Big Brother works. He had no idea how it worked. And he also learned, he just didn't understand how the game works.
Oh, there's a very I've got like a Jekyll and Hyde thing going on where I really kind of want him to win now. There's a part of me that
needs to
really
win.
wants him to win.
No,
Like, obviously, I
Team
always
Chaos,
root for
Team
good game.
TV. It's great.
Yeah,
TV.
like I always root for the best player, obviously. And I'm always rooting for Team Good TV. But like, man, if Lamar won this season, it would just be chef's kiss.
They all like him. They want him to stay in the house.
Yeah, no, he's a very likable guy.
He's not very happy to be in the house right now.
He's he's the only guy that could get away with shit in the bed, and people still like him.
We get Misha and Chris in the gym. Misha is like, Chris, put up Carson or I'll kill you. And he's like, I like to see you try. And she's
That's
like,
exactly how it went down.
no. She's like, if Mariah wins veto, you put Carson. And he's like, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. And she's
Relax,
like,
Misha.
and she's like, you better. He's like, I don't know. She's like, what about for the team? And he's like,
the team.
and
Don't
he's like, she
forget the
doesn't give a
team.
shit about the team.
She should have had this conversation with him while she was beating down the
Yeah.
mats. That would have been more effective, I think.
But
Or
he's
punching a
Stone
punching
Cold,
bag.
man. He wasn't intimidated by the real Slim Shady, by Marshall Mathers from 8 Mile. Did
Yeah,
you see
but
that
Marshall
movie?
Mathers wouldn't do anything to him in an octagon.
Yeah.
She would.
I don't
That's
know.
the
He's
difference.
Marshall Mathers, the real Slim Shady. Marshall Mathers spits on onion rings, you know?
He's just a little M&M.
Oh,
that I
that's
wanna
true.
Pop in my mouth.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and after what they've done with the rebranding of the M&Ms, making them all weak, I don't know. What I noticed is one episode, I'm like, where the fuck is Todrick? Normally
where
he's
is
like
Todrick?
all over. It's Todrick. He's all around like doing shit, and it's like no Todrick.
Maybe he's laying low. Maybe
Yeah, I don't think.
maybe
so.
you
I think
realize
like,
he's on everybody's radar.
I don't think so. I think he's all around doing shit. We get to the nomination ceremony.
That maybe should have been a sign in editing that Todrick wasn't going to go up on noms. Yeah.
We get to the nomination ceremony. Mariah and Chris are nominated. He said it's not personal, and it's for the same reason because they haven't talked game. We learned that, and they actually tell us this episode that Mariah is the target and Catan is the pawn, but we already knew that.
Yeah.
But like last time nominations happened, they just didn't tell us anything.
Right.
I do wish we could have seen a little more of the thought process, but I guess they wanted it to be like a surprise.
I don't know.
But it was confusing while following the feeds too. Honestly, it was like, all right.
Again, I just think Kirkpatrick doesn't want blood on his hands, and Chris Kattan is the least offensive person in the house who's not going to be super bitter. And
Yeah,
going
I mean,
after
no,
him.
I know it's obvious, but it was still just a little bit like, when did it happen?
Yeah, like it would have been nice to see at least one conversation.
As to be
where
like,
they
I
were-
can't do Todrick because this is why.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, you know. It's just
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
To hear him and Shayna hash it out. But good, interesting episode. Definitely excited for the live veto because things will be on the fly, you know?
Oh, it's going to be crazy tonight. It's going to be crazy.
We have very interesting updates that have happened today, Ben. Like,
Okay, I'm excited to
literally,
hear him.
I had all these updates prepared, like all these notes, and things have happened like right before we even fucking went live that I'm
All right.
excited to share.
So if you're watching or listening, now is the time that if you don't want to hear spoilers, if you're only watching the episodes on TV, don't listen going forward.
We're
You got-
going,
you
but
got 5
subscribe
seconds.
to us on YouTube. Please follow us on Instagram and Twitter and give us ratings on Apple. And
Please.
follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, bye. Doing spoilers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So as of today, Ben, the plan is Chris Kirkpatrick wants to win veto.
Okay.
He wants to take Chris Kattan down.
Okay. Yeah.
And he wants to put up Todrick and send him home.
What?
That is the plan of today.
Holy shit.
But he went through like a million.
That's still a little ballsy though, because
No, it's
Mariah's
incredibly
still going to
ballsy.
Mariah's going to be coming after you. Misha's going to be probably pissed off about this. He's now desperately going to need Cynthia and Carson on his side. He's going to need Lamar and Todd on his side to back him up.
Yep, but he thinks he can do it. He went through like a million fans, and Kattan does not.
Would they have the votes to get Todrick over Mariah?
If he is doing this, I think so. Now it's interesting because it seemed that Cynthia and so Shayna talked to Cynthia, and this is what she said: if Chris wins veto, he wants to pull Kattan off the block and put up Todrick. You, me. So she's talking to Cynthia. So it'd be Cynthia, Shayna, Carson, and Kattan would vote for Todrick.
And they can rely on Catan to do that?
That's what they're hoping for, because he would take Catan off the block.
Boy, that's still risky, I
Catan
think.
wouldn't vote Mariah out.
Interesting.
Because who does that leave? Who else does that leave voting? Lamar,
Misha, Todd.
Misha, Todd. Anyone else?
No. It's Catan would be, I think. Well, I guess it depends. If Lamar and Todd are true to Chris Kirkpatrick, then yeah, it'll be fine. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Misha might have some.
But this depends. The plan depends on Chris Kirkpatrick winning veto.
What changed to where he wanted to do that, or did he always want to do that?
Putting ideas around, like, for a while. They just really think that Todrick and Misha are really close, and they just don't feel good about it. But they have. Chris has just been going over so many different ideas with so many people in Shayna for so many days, and he just feels that it's time for him to mix it up.
Yeah. Well, I know they'll have 3 votes no matter what. They'll have Shayna, Carson, and Cynthia.
Yes.
It's just it's those other 3 guys. You never really know where their heads are at. You just don't. Lamar, Todd,
we forgot about
Chris
Carson's
Catan.
vote too. I just think that they can pull out. The thing about Catan, when he went to Catan and was like, "This is what I'm gonna do if I win veto. I'm gonna take you off. Catan was like, "You shouldn't take me off. You should take Mariah off. She deserves to be here more than me." So Catan seems to be done being in the house. Lamar has kind of said that
there's bigger things at work here, Catan.
Lamar says that he's kind of done being in the house and wants to go, and has said that he would like to be nominated. Yeah, people people don't want to be in the house. They get sick of it. They get bored.
It's only a few weeks.
A bunch of people are quitters.
Oh my God.
I know, man.
Well, too bad for them. They have to stay around and be used as pawns.
They have
too
to
bad
stay
for them. You're going to be pawn. See, if they really wanted to go, they'd play their asses off and be a huge threat. Like they don't want to
do anything. They just want to sleep and hang out, man.
But that's what I'm saying. If you really want to go home, play your ass off, and then you'll be perceived as a threat and you'll be kicked out.
Yes.
Stupid.
Chris said like 3 hours ago, this to Shayna, you were okay with me jeopardizing our whole entire game here? Shayna, I am. Chris, if we do this, we are definitely going on the block together this Friday. Misha is probably going to win this and be pissed at me. Shayna, we'll still have the house. Yeah, because if they take out Todrick, like, they'll be okay.
But one of them will have to win veto.
Yes.
Yeah. It's risky. It's risky.
Yeah, but
he can set himself up long term, or he can make a big splash now and try and take control of the game for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Shayna looked at live feeds and said, "Say a big prayer that Chris Kirkpatrick wins this veto, or I'm going to get picked off." And this is interesting because, like, yesterday, Cynthia and Todrick like made up and made amends.
Oh, really?
So the plan was
that throws things off too.
The plan was actually for the plan that I had in my notes and what was going to happen until today. The plan was that the whole reason that Kirkpatrick was talking all the time to people is that the veto was not happening until right before the live eviction, right?
Yeah.
So all of these plans were just in case if Mariah was going to win veto. That's what was scaring everyone. What if Mariah wins veto? What are we going to do? There's a million things that could happen. So what the plan finally came down to was, if Mariah wins veto, we're going to put up Cynthia.
Wow.
Because now that Todrick has a really good bond with Cynthia, everybody will just vote out Catan because he's not with anyone. Because they're not going to want to eliminate.
What a waste. What a waste.
Well, because they're not going to want to eliminate Cynthia.
Yeah. Oh, that would just be awful. That would just be awful if Catan went.
But I think that is smart for Kirkpatrick.
Just to do a no blood on your hands situation.
If Mariah wins veto and takes herself off.
Either way, it seems Misha's pissed at him. Just because he's not going after Carson.
Yeah, but that's just in case if Mariah wins veto. Things get different if other people win veto. Other things happening in the, you know, see what I'm talking about? Like that's just in case Mariah wins. Then you throw up. But I guess if Mariah wins, do you put Todrick up next to Catan? No, you're not going to have the votes because Mariah's not going to vote Todrick out.
What if Mariah wins third? What if she gets the bronze? Then what happens? Because that means she won.
That's like winning the veto.
Yeah.
So
she
then
pretty much won the veto.
Then I guess he has to use the veto on her. So then you're going to put up Cynthia.
Yeah.
LOL.
Mariah sadly is having a lot of trouble in the house and crying a lot, but she's not quitting, so that's good. The stress is not good for her. I hope maybe leaving would just be good for her. I don't think she's having fun, but a lot of these people aren't having fun.
I hate that. I guess I would rather have her in the house over Catan or Lamar or any of these people who want to quit.
Well, there's a spoiler that she tried to quit a couple weeks ago too.
Okay, well then fuck her too. Why sign up? What about that lump sum, guys?
I was like, you're getting paid more than normal people do to get to be in the house, so just fucking play the game. Like, you signed up for this. Like, God, Chris Kattan, you've done worse movies than this. Like, all right.
Lamar's like, I just want to go home and poop my own bed.
He's like, I need a pancake.
Do you know what I have to say to them?
Please, no crying.
It's just a game. It's just a game that you can quit anytime. Come on, guys. It's just a game. We can quit anytime.
It's true.
It ain't that serious, bro. It's a game.
We have somebody for everything.
Yeah, we know he thinks it's not serious. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kirkpatrick, now will you stop talking about it? Probably right before the game, he'd be like, I'm not going to do Todrick. It's too crazy. I'm going to put it myself. I'm going to do myself.
I really think
that's the only move.
I really think his best move, as much as I love for Team Good TV's sake, putting Todrick up is awesome. It's so much fun. Having said that, I think he really should just stick with the original plan, try and get out Mariah, win the veto, and keep it the same. Vote out Mariah. The end. That's what's best for Kirkpatrick's game. Is it best for the season? Is it best for Team Good TV? I don't think so.
Yeah, that's interesting. If he wins the veto, he's just going to leave Mariah in the house. That's very funny.
It's also not the smartest thing because she will be coming after him. They had a huge fight, apparently. She doesn't like him.
Yeah, but she has
get her out.
She has no power.
Yeah, but he said, well, she could win HOH next week.
Yeah, but even if she did, would she?
She's a bronze medal Olympian, Max. She could win next week.
But would she have influence?
If Misha's still pissed at him, maybe she could start gaining some numbers. Yeah, who knows?
That's true. But I want him to do the.
I don't know. You've seen how wishy-washy these guys are in the house.
Dude,
they change decisions every day.
So cool.
Oh, the Todrick thing would be really fun. It would be really fun. But I'm just saying what I think is best for Kirkpatrick's game.
But Ben,
the Backstreet Boys are watching.
Come on, he needs to impress them.
He's got to do his marionette.
Yeah, the Backstreet Boys are watching. Otherwise, they'll think he's a pussy. So
Eminem is watching.
Eminem is watching.
You think Marshall's watching Celebrity Big Brother? You think he is? Hate watching it, maybe?
What? Why would he hate watching? He loves Big Brother.
He hates Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Yeah. No, he respects him, yo.
We're gonna get another Celebrity Big Brother diss track from Eminem after this, aren't we?
Let me see what else I got in my notes going on. Shayna and Cynthia do not like Misha. They think she has a bad attitude. She's definitely a bit of a guy's girl.
This was not like the best episode for Misha in terms of like how she looked at it. She looked like kind of a bully.
At one point was like, yo, like if I can just like get Misha out of the house, I would be happy leaving. Like my work here would be done. Like not like quitting. Like if I got Misha out and then like I was the next person out, like I would be happy. Like Shayna at one point called her an asshole. Like not to her face, but like they were talking shit about her, and they were like, "Yo, we we think Misha might have been listening on the other side of the door, and like we don't care. Like
Wow.
we're pissed off." Like, and like then Shayna was like talking shit to Chris about it, but later on she was like, "I shouldn't have said like those mean things about Misha. Like she was nice later, but like they don't like Misha's like attitude. So they just like don't really like her. Kind of like the way that like how kind of like competitive and kind of intense she is." They
I
don't
can
think that
see
she's
that
like,
she's got a very intense energy to her.
they don't think that she's like nice to like be around.
Yeah.
I think Shayna kind of like likes her sometimes. I think Cynthia particularly dislikes her. Is the vibe that I was getting.
Interesting. Yeah.
Todd at one point pitched a Misha, Kirkpatrick, Lamar, and him Final Four, and was kind of going around just like telling everybody about it, which was really hilarious.
Wait, what would the Final Four be?
Todd, Misha, Chris Kirkpatrick, and Lamar Final Four.
Huh.
And then he went around like telling everybody about it publicly. He was like, "Yeah, that's our Final Four," like in the kitchen and like in different rooms.
Oh God! But he has no idea what. He has
but
no
he's
idea
playing
what's
the
going.
games. So I'm
No,
telling you
I mean that's great. I appreciate that.
So,
but he has no idea what Chris Kirkpatrick and Misha both have going already.
Yeah, but
did they make the Final Four?
He's playing the game, but Lamar's gonna quit, so it doesn't even matter.
Is he really gonna quit though?
He's gonna keep asking to get put on the block until he gets sent home. It's gonna be like a Meta World Peace thing. But Meta World
what is it
Peace,
with these Lakers?
Meta World
players?
Peace, they had a whole plan, and then he was like, then like mid like live eviction, he was like, "Put me on the block. I need to leave."
What is it with these bench Lakers players from
like,
the
Lamar
early
is not like
2000s?
unstable like Meta World Peace was, you know? Like no
Yeah.
offense. Like Meta World Peace, I was like, this dude is like fucking weird. You know?
He's a little out there, yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
whereas Lamar only just pooped the bed.
Lamar just pooped the bed, but it just seems like chilled out, you know? Meta World Peace was calling fucking like flamingos ducks and was weirded out when stuffed Orwell he found out was a dude and not a girl stuffed animal.
I choose to believe it's specifically a Lakers bench thing.
Yeah, it's a Lakers bench thing.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's what it is.
Why didn't they just get Shaq on, huh?
Yeah. But that's what's going on. The current plan is to try to win the veto and put the thing. I don't think veto has been drawn yet. Maybe it has and I missed it, but I'm only one person and I don't get paid. So if you're listening or watching and you're upset, pay me. Okay.
We don't even have a Cash App handle or anything.
Pay me.
Let's get a donate button somewhere, Max.
Donate. Figure it out. If you really cared, you'd figure it out. We'll do it soon. Yeah, they did have some comment. They were like, I knew things were bad when we were sitting at the table and we saw Misha like feed Todrick with a fork. That's what I knew. Like we had to put Todrick up. I saw some like on Big Brother Daily
like
at
her baby or something.
The _ updates is a great source if you can't like watch the feeds, by the way. I do watch them sometimes though, but that's a great way to do it. That was like one of my favorite things that I read. It was so fucking hilarious, man.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think that's about it. So we're really excited to see everybody at 10:30 p.m. tonight, right after the episode.
Knowing the spoilers that we know, this episode is going to be wild.
I know, dude.
And most people aren't going to see it coming if they haven't been watching the feeds. They're going to be
watching Reality Alert.
That's right.
Here we go. We got the fucking tea, spilling the tea. We got Max and Ben, big rascals for fucking life, baby.
For life.
We do such great coverage here. You guys should tell all of your friends, all of your family, everybody on Alert. We're the best podcast. We have all the right takes going on.
Tweet at Big Brother contestants and tell them to come on our show too, please.
Yeah, tweet at news anchors.
None of them respond to our messages, and by none I mean zero. We've messaged dozens of them. Dozens. I'm annoyed. Who do these people think they are?
Yeah. Yeah. It's the fans that
Too
lose
big
out,
for
not
us? For the big
We
rascals?
don't need them. I don't need to talk to them. It's the fans that miss out. So they're really hurting the fans, not us. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, we don't need them.
They spit on
Mike, I'm amazing. Like I can talk by myself. I don't even need Ben, but it's the fans that I'm kidding.
Wow.
Ben, I need you every day.
Wow.
I would miss you. I'm kidding. I just want to reinforce that what they're doing is hurting the fans. So
Yes.
it's the fans. Ben, I need you.
Look, Max, I know you love hearing your own voice. I get
Ben,
it. I
you know
get it.
Ben, you know I need you though, right?
Yeah, you need me to bounce off of. Yeah.
No,
you love hearing yourself.
No, Ben, I need you.
Okay, Jesus.
Ben.
Relax.
Ben, I need you.
LOL. LOL. LOL.
That's how seriously I need you.
God.
Oh no.
Max, I need you to end the show right now. Okay.
There we go, baby. There we go.
All right, like, subscribe, follow, and have a wonderful day. See you in
Tonight.
6.5 hours.
Oh, that's that quick, huh? Okay.
Oh, did you have something else you want to say?
No, I just meant I can't believe it's only in 6 hours.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bye.
It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's reality alert.